Well, why not a straitjacket formula? If that is going to help completely de-link religion from electoral polls in the country, why not a straitjacket formula? That's the question we're asking tonight. Joining us on debate number 2, GVL Narasimha Rao, national spokesperson of the BJP. Alimuddin Khan, political analyst, is also with us. Prakash Ambedkar, president, Bharatiya Republican Party, Bahujan Mahasangh, and grandson of Dr. Ambedkar. Senior journalist Neerja Chaudhary with us this evening. Shailesh Gandhi, former CIC and RTI activist. Kunwar Danish Ali, spokesperson and national general secretary of the JDS. And we believe that Saeed Asim Viqar is going to be joining us in just a couple of minutes, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. GVL, I will start with you because, like I said, the big question, why not a stronger law, wider scope, and perhaps a straitjacket formula which will once and for all de-link religion from polls, de-link religion from politics? Why would the ASG argue that this is not needed? Why would the ASG say that we should not be looking at a straitjacket formula? Are we to then understand that the BJP is feeling uneasy about the possibility of stronger laws which will de-link religion from polls? And if that is the case, why?
Tina, I think let's be very cogent in our arguments. Supreme Court does not make laws. So if the matter is pending before the court and Supreme Court is not likely to promulgate laws, they can only interpret the existing laws. That's the job of the Supreme Court. And religion is a part of the society. And you cannot de-link religion per se from society. And I want to ask you,
but we're not saying
gender discrimination?
No,
can I
GVL,
just finish? I'll not take time.
No, but what you're saying
can I just finish?
GVL, I'll give you the full time to respond. But we are not saying de-link religion from society.
Let me make my first point, then you can come in.
The issue is de-linking religion from
please. No, I will not listen.
Electoral politics.
I will not listen.
Okay.
Please
go
listen
ahead.
to me.
Okay.
No, let me make my opening comment and then you can come in. Gender discrimination, you have been campaigning, all of us have been campaigning for ending gender discrimination in places of worship. Have you done this or not?
Yes, we
want triple talaq and polygamy to be ended. Is that something would Times now endorse it or not? Are they not linked to religion in some way or other? So are we going to be shut from completely raising these issues in any election?
No.
Can triple talaq not become an election issue for a party?
I also, GVL, I want to point out that the ASG has also talked about that there can't be appeal for vote on grounds of religion, but there can be an appeal like women's empowerment, for example, is an area where perhaps you would be touching upon the religious aspect. And we understand that. But that's not the question I've asked you. The question I'm asking you is not about these certain cases where perhaps it might be, acceptable. You talked about a law. Now, the issue is, for all these years, the parliamentarians have not actually done anything about it. Has anything been done in the last 20 years, for example, to strengthen a law which will ensure that religion is not misused when it comes to polling, when it comes to electoral practices? What have the parliamentarians done to try and strengthen that?
No, I think the Representation of People's Act has a provision where no candidate can appeal on the basis of religion, caste, community and language. I think all this is mentioned as one composite phrase. I think some individuals want to really pull out one malpractice and want to shut out the other. I think you have to look at all of them. There is an existing provision.
I know.
Anyone who is
Shailesh Gandhi.
What
GVL is talking about is
can
this.
Actually be,
one second. Okay, I'm taking your point forward. GVL, I'm taking your point forward. Shailesh Gandhi, when you talk about, he's talking about that one individual. He's talking about the candidate. And the candidate going all out and asking for votes on the basis of religion is one thing. But what about the other things which are subliminal? What about things like religious leaders that come out and openly ask for votes from their community for a particular party? What about these other messages which don't come into this sort of straightforward box of the candidate asking for votes in the name of religion, but there's a lot of other things which happen?
I would have preferred if religion is left to the private space and not brought into the political field or the public space. However, let me concede that I think I agree with Mr. Narasim that it is very difficult, almost impossible, to legislate religion out of activities. to say that people should not come with robes. Shall we ban anyone come with a hijab, with a skull cap, with a tilak? How far will we go on this? This, as he says, there is a provision which will disqualify candidates who appeal in the name of religion, caste, etc.
Shailesh Gandhi, and to all our panelists, I apologize. No, sir. This has nothing to do with the debate. This has nothing to do with the debate. This has nothing to do with the debate. I have some breaking news coming in. I have some big breaking news coming in. Okay, I have some big breaking news coming in. The Pakistani army has attacked Indian border posts. They've also attacked on the Indian side of the line of control. Reportedly, the Surdarmani post of the Akhnur sector has come under fire. This is big breaking news that we're tracking, and we're getting a confirmation also from New Delhi as the government and the army closely monitors the situation at the line of control and also along the border posts. Let me go across to Abhishek, who's getting us more details of this particular post which has come under fire in the Akhnur sector. Abhishek.
Yes, this is Sundarmani post, and it was a mortar posting, 5 mortar, and it comes to the core station area of Tour. Now, what is reported that by our sources is that along to see the sector and the sector has heavy fire from the LOC taking place by the Pakistani army. It's proper Pakistan army firing, and this particular post has been destroyed, if you could call it that way.
1 second. So Abhishek, just for our viewers, you're talking about one particular post which has been destroyed. This is the Sundarmani post which has been targeted especially by Pakistani army. Army,
yes,
is that correct?
Niranjan, in the context of the exchanges that are taking place along the line of control between the armies, this particular evening is different in the sense that the intensity is much higher, and it seems that the firing that is taking place in Tangdar, for example, or Akhnur, was basically through that kind of a diversionary fire, because this 80 mortar post of Sundarmani was specifically targeted. The details are as yet sketchy in terms of what kind of retaliation at this particular post has happened, but sources tell us that it was the fire that was targeted on the Sundarmani post from the Pakistani side was intended to destroy and hit our men there. Whether a hit has been taken, how much of destruction has taken place, that of course, because the intensity of firing post about 7 p.m. increased a lot along the line of control, both in the Akhnur and Tangdar sectors. So the reports are still filtering in, but what I can tell you is that the Sundarmani post has taken a lot of damage because of this high intensity firing that has taken place from the Pakistani side by the Pakistani army since evening.
Abhishek, just tell us, in terms of the Indian government, the Home Ministry, taking note of exactly what's happening, what is happening on that front right now?
Well, it's being closely watched. It would be like in a day or two, we would be marking first month of the surgical strikes that were carried out. So the Indian Army has been in a state of very high alert, even otherwise. There has been this exchange of fire, or the breach of ceasefire as it is called, over the last fortnight, all along the line of control and even along the international boundary. In fact, today only there was this Pakistan High Commission official who was caught on charges of spying and then declared persona non grata. In fact, even as we speak, an Indian official in Islamabad has also been declared a persona non grata in a tit-for-tat measure, Indian High Commissioner having been called in by the Pakistan Foreign Office. So in a way, it's an escalation from the Pakistani side today. The Pakistani spy who was caught today. So apart from another Indian official there in Islamabad as a persona non grata, what we are reporting is that Pakistani army has escalated its firing along the line of control, and there are reports that there's a possibility that some action might have taken place by what is called as border action teams from the Pakistani side.